Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's time to hit the stage or the movies with this month's PA kit, which is Showtime. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I'm going to be using Showtime and I'm going to start off with this bit of paper. And I think from the second I saw this I knew what I was going to do. And I want to use the curtains all around the outside. I don't know 100% if this is going to look okay or if it's going to look silly. So I'm just grabbing first off my big trimmer because I just want to cut just below the curtains because I'm going to cut, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I may chuck in a couple of random movie quotes this week just to, we're talking about movies. And I'm going to cut around here and then we'll stick it down. Now, because this is a letter size, which is slightly smaller than what I want to do, it will have like a gap on the edges, and that's okay. I'll fill that up with washi tape. It'll be all good. So I'm just going to trim or fussy cut out around the curtains. I'm just going to leave a teeny tiny little space between the actual curtain and where I'm cutting. I'll just go around, and then once this is down we'll work out where it's going to sit. I got a little bit close on the right hand side, but that's alright. So I think if I stick it right in the corner, it'll obviously have a gap in the middle, but it'll sit. I guess the part of it that I need to work out is where's the center, so that I can make sure that I cut it right there. So, grabbing my ruler. So this is 28, so that's 14. So I'm going to cut it dead in the center. And if I do that, then I should be able to evenly line this up and then work out the rest. So, paper cutter's guilt just got me big time. That looks good though, because it looks like it's in the middle. So we should be alright. So, this one on this side, and then obviously we'll just have to cover that edge up, and this one on this side. I know I'm going to lose a little bit of Monday and Friday. That's okay though. Don't think I've got too much Monday and Friday anyway, so it will be alright. And then I want to do the same thing here with the chairs. I'm going to cut, I probably should have cut the page in half all at the same time, but oh well. So I'm going to cut this one to 14 as well, measure this one to 14 as well. And I want to fussy cut this one too, so I'm just going to trim that. I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut those, and then we'll start getting sticky. These ones in the middle, so it sort of tricks your eye a little bit, and then I can put something on the side here to kind of cover that up, and then you only have to cover up this little bit in the corner. So it's a bit of I'm tricking the eye a little to kind of get away with this. So I'm just grabbing the quote cards, the stickers, the die cuts. Now I'm not going to use too many of the die cuts today, but I need to show you this because I didn't realise. Do you remember in my unboxing when I said, oh, these feel different, the front feels good but the back feels shiny or feels slick? It's because these are stickers now. Ah! Just completely blow my mind, why don't you? Sheesh. Okay, so I'll be using the die cuts in a project video for this one because I have an idea. I just haven't quite worked out my idea yet, but I'll get to it. So I'll put the chairs down on the bottom. I'm trying to work out what I'm going to put in this corner. Part of me wants to put like a little bit of this tape and have it sort of sitting out two sides. So I probably should have done that before I did this. And then the other part of me is thinking just a sticker might work. I'll wait until, I can always pull that up. The best part about my glue dots is that I can just pull things up. It's not a problem. So just take ahead and stick this down as well. I'm just looking where I may need to white something out. So I'm just going to white out just the back end of the Wednesday and the Thursday, because I think they're the only two bits that'll stick out. So I'm going to stick these down. I'm going to do the other side as well, and I'll be right back. Having a look at, no, I don't think the die cuts are going to give me what I want. Wondering, this may just do what I want it to do. So it's one of the die cuts and it says movie night. If I stick it up the top there and cut it in half, I may be able to get away with this. So I can't use any of those things because I need them for later, and I don't want to have to cut another bit of that paper to be able to get the red. But is there the ready? I think that'll work. So if I stick this down sort of in the middle here, it's really only going to be there to sort of hide what I'm doing. Just cutting off that little bit in the corner. It's really just a disguise more than anything else. It's not really going to cover anything, but I think it'll work. Just checking that was the darkest red. Go ahead and stick this down. I just cut it to just above the hole. I'll just trim off the excess and then we'll hide it behind that movie night. Okay. Then if I put this here, it's the smallest little detail, but it's going to make the difference in that you can't tell as much. So I'm going to take the sticky bit off the back, which I just think is awesome. I can't believe I didn't realise that they were sticky on the back. So this is just fantastic. So I'm lining that up. And I'll work out where I want to put it. So I've just folded the release paper just halfway. Hold on. I'm just going to grab a little bit of washi to hold this still. And then rather than sticking the other side down, I'll just take it off. I'll just trim it, and as long as I do it in one straight line, when I stick it on the other side, it should butt up. Line it up again. Spin this around because I sometimes find it easy to work upside down. You don't need to be too concerned with exactly lining it up, because obviously when you put this in your planner anyway, it'll be spaced, but I like it that way. Yay! And you don't even notice the red. To the point that I think I might do the same thing down here, because I don't think you're going to notice it. I think you're going to be drawn in here, and then if I put some stickers or something on the side, that'll work there too. Now this side, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this before, my inserts aren't completely even, and that's fine, it's not a big deal. But this side's just a little bit smaller than the other side, so I'm just going to make sure it goes up under the curtain, and I'm going to do the same thing I think on the other side. I'll have a look. So I've deliberately cut that a little higher. Have a look at what this side looks like. I'm just using the bit of paper to protect my desk at the moment. Just grab my tweezers and just flick around in there, lift the paper up. Yes, I will. I'll go all the way up to the top and then just cut off the excess again. bad that I actually really love that. I just think it gives me exactly what I wanted. This is just something I was thinking of then. I don't have a spot for lists. It's the only thing that's going to miss out of this. So I'm sort of thinking, what if I had a one that flipped up? I haven't used the washi, which is confusing me at the moment. I might put the dates down first, and then once my dates are down, I might be able to work this out. So, do I want to use... Don't do this very often, that I pick just the one colour. I tend to use like all of them, but I think I want to use the black. No. Red? No, I am going to use all of them. I don't know why. I was looking at it. It just needs another bit of colour there, otherwise it's going to look silly. I'm going to move my days as well. I'm going to put them over this side, and I'm going to put them at the bottom, as far down to the bottom as I can on all of them. That's not straight. Not even close to straight. Come on. I've been doing this for so long, you'd think by now I could learn how to put stickers down straight, but no, still can't. I still want to put something up the edge, I'm thinking. I haven't quite... The problem is that the two wider washies are both horizontal, so I am kind of considering putting this down the edge, but I think then it sort of closes up having the big open space of the curtains. Maybe it's I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. I'll put my stickers down first and then I'll work that out. Something to cover up the little spots of tape. Alright, so I need this one. This one's going to cover up the little bit of tape, but it's also, Ryan and I both have our COVID vaxxers. Our second one's on Thursday, so that has to go in here. So whenever I've stuck something down with glue dots, it's great because it means I can sort of pick it up and sort of wiggle things in behind it. Glue dots never fully adhere straight away, so I love that I've got a bit of time. I love that big popcorn thing. I'm still trying to work out how I put in a list or something. I'm actually kind of wondering. I'm just going to lift this up. Again, with the glue dots make this really easy. I am being careful because I don't want to tear anything. I am tearing a little bit, but it'll go straight back down again, so it won't be a problem. So I'm just going to rub just with an eraser. You can use your fingers. I'm only using an eraser because it hurts my finger. It hurts my... I have a sore finger on this side, and it hurts just a little bit when you rub hard. So I'm just rubbing off that tape, all those glue dots. So I think I might stick this... pop it in like a pocket. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm hoping it will when I've done it. So all that adhesive is now gone. I'm going to do the same thing on the back of this. I just have to be a little bit more careful because this is obviously not quite as solid. Doesn't matter if I don't get every last bit either because it's really only this edge this side that I want. So I'm actually going to leave the stuff on the other side there. I don't need it anyway. Don't need to get rid of it anyway. I'm just going to put it back for a second. So that little bit of tape, or a little bit of adhesive that we've still got stuck there is going to help me here. And if I leave that so it's not sticky, I can kind of slot that in, if that makes sense. And then it'll sit down inside there. And then I can take that out and I can put a list or something on the back. I don't know, I think actually that looks really cool. I like the fact that that says, like, it's got the whole quote sticks out. So I can put a bunch of tape on the side again and put a little bit along the bottom and then a bunch here on the side again. I'll stick that down. We'll just see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's not going to do any damage. Lining up the hole because I know that needs to sit right. Make sure it sits at the bottom of the page. Okay. It's not quite in the right spot, but it's pretty close. I can trim off the excess if I really want to, but I'm okay with that. So that now sits. I don't know why, I really like that. I just think there's something about it sitting in the corner there that works. Alright, so I'm going to have that. So I need to cover the back then because I can't have it be white. What colour should we do? Yellow. Can't do black. Yellow, green or red. Yellow. That popcorn paper is going to come in handy somewhere along the way. Yeah, no, I'll do yellow. So whenever I'm using the quote cards, I find the easiest way to do it is just stick the card down and then just cut out around it. I don't know why I didn't put my paper down there. Do you know why this paper reminds me so much of Harry Potter? I don't know why. It's not a Harry Potter themed thing, but it just reminds me of Harry Potter. Okay, so I've got our quote card, which turns into like a little list card. So I'll put on there a bit of a header. The quotes to stay out. I'll put some stickers on here as well. I just haven't worked out which ones yet. Ooh, I'm going to use that one. I was hoping to use like I might use this one. That can be the Happy Mail. And then I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticket down the side to kind of write down what's coming. I don't think I've got any more than that. And I just want to grab one of the minis. Okay, so that lives there. I do still need to cover those couple of little spots. So what are we going to put? I'm just thinking of all the things that I still need to put in. I need to put in another header or another label for Charlotte's got an appointment on Tuesday morning. I'm going to bring in a bit of yellow here, so I'll put this box in. Where are my tweezers? Yellow for the appointment, and I'm going to use a bit of the brown top. Monday doesn't have anything on, Friday doesn't have anything on, the weekend doesn't have anything on. Okay, so now I just need to put in a couple of decorative bits. So could have gone to town with the floral aspects of this one. So pretty. About the curtains, I really love the curtains. I think they look cool, and I really do like this quote and sticking it behind the paper. I don't know why I've never done that before. It's such a clever idea. Like, not clever, but what's the word? No, I'll go with clever. It's clever because I've got the paper stuck there anyway. You might as well use it to hold something in place, and the seats just do a really good job of that. So I'm really happy with this. I was a little worried, and check it out, I've done a whole one without any washi tape. Actually, I need to have some washi tape. Okay, I'm just grabbing this bit here. And I just got the I Speak Fluent movie. I'm just trimming that. So even just, I was watching something before on Facebook, and I was watching a bit from Liar Liar, and I've realised how much I love movies because I can just quote the crap out of them. It's so fun. I can't put that on Monday because it takes up all the... Okay, here we go. Now, unfortunately, it's going to sit in the same spot. It's not even straight. I've got to fix that. As the other quote, but that's okay. I want it to sit out. I just don't want it to be kind of lost with everything else. No, that's not where it needs to go. It works better on that side, and then I'm just going to grab a little thing of the popcorn. Okay, I'm leaving it alone now. I really also love the silhouettes part of this, so if this was bigger, and I don't think it is on any of the papers, but had that sticker here at the bottom with all the silhouette people, that would have looked awesome, like sitting along the bottom. What would also look awesome if I decided to do it, I'm very tempted to do like a little bookmark. I never use the acetate. Well, I do, but I don't use it as much. Sorry, I know I said I was done. I changed my mind. So I'm just grabbing this little whiteboard marker. Doesn't matter that it's red. I'm just gonna mark how tall I want this to be. So I want this to sit a little bit up. So I'm just marking where I want it, and I can trim it down. And because it's a whiteboard marker, I can just rub that off afterwards. Yes. And then because I want to do something a little different, I'm going to follow this up. So I'm just going to cut this with my scissors. I probably could have not cut the top bit, but it's done now. I'm going to punch the holes. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to work from the back though, because I find that the silver doesn't mark at all, where sometimes the gold can. Not often, but sometimes. Marking where I'm going to punch the holes. It actually doesn't matter because I'm punching it in anyway. Never mind. Ignore what I just said about the whiteboard and the silver. And the only thing I need to do is then just work out this little tab on top. So I want this to be an actual tab. So I'm grabbing my little tab punch board. This is where sometimes having a bit of scrap paper is good. To see here where that tab would be, and that's exactly where I want it, so that's good. So I'm just going to have to push really hard here because it had trouble going through the paper, so the acetate will be harder. If you don't have a tab board, you can just punch that. It's not a difficult thing to do. Actually, that's way higher than I thought. Alright, well, marking where the top is, I'm just going to cut my own little shape. I'll just join it up with what's already there, and then I'll just trim off the top. So it may not be perfect, but like perfectly lined up or perfectly rounded, but I think it'll still work. I need to change, I'll obviously cut this top off a little bit. Okay, so now that's the right height. I'm just going to mark it to be where I want it to sit there. And then I'll just round the corners. I'm just going to use scissors. We've already done everything else with scissors, so might as well finish it. But you could use a corner rounder or a punch board or something if you wanted to. And there we go. Got a little tab that's going to sit there as well. Now I'm done. That little bit of gold I feel like finishes it off. But let me know what you think. Did it need that little bit, or have I gone too far? I often do that. But yeah, leave it down below, or you can find me on any of my socials. I have already done the unboxing of this kit. Obviously, you can check it out. I will link it down below. And there will also be a project, and I'll use the digital kit when that comes out as well. I do lots of PA videos, so if you haven't checked them out, the playlist will be at the end of this video if you want to check that out too. Don't forget to follow me on all of my socials for all of my projects. Hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!